I have used the hadith that when Dajjal is released, he will live on earth for 40 days. One day like a year, one day like a month, one day like a week, and the rest of his days like your days. To explain that the first day, it is Britain, which is the headquarters of Dajjal, using the hadith of TazManiaAhmed. But I said, this is my opinion. You're free to disagree with me. But if you want to disagree with me, close the door. You can't leave. No, you can't leave. If I'm wrong, you're going to tell me what the right answer is. The island of TazManiaAhmed. If it is not Britain, tell me which island it is. Then I said, if Britain is the island, in a day which is like a year, then a day which is like a month, it's the United States of America. And then a day which is like a week, with the state of Israel. And at the end of that would come a day which is like our day, so he'll be in our dimension of time. So now he appears, he's a Jew, he's a young man, he's powerfully built, he has curly hair, but I say nothing about his eyes. Why? Because when he sees with one eye, this symbolizes external vision. When he's blind in the other eye, this represents internal blindness. So no one can understand Dajjal. No one can recognize the strategies of Dajjal, whether it be the political strategy or the economic strategy or the strategy involved in the world of women, the feminist revolution. No one can understand it unless, in addition to external observation and rational inquiry, he also has nur in his heart with which to see. The question is asked, Sheikh Imran, how can we get that nur? I have only one answer to give to you tonight. And listen carefully and ponder over it, because I'm not going to say anything more than this. If you want nur, why don't you go back in the pages of the book on history? Go back in the pages of the book of history and see who are those who were blessed with nur in our 14 years of history. That's all I have to say. Nothing more than that. Israel now rules the world for a day which is like a week, and then Dajjal appears. And when Dajjal appears, we have the Imam, and then the confrontation, and then the son of Mary, and Dajjal is killed and Gog and Magog are destroyed, and then the army from Khorasan and the state of Israel is destroyed. وَلَا تُقَاتِلُنَّ الْيَهُودَ وَلَا تَقْتُلُنَّهُمْ حَتَّى يَقُولُوا الْحَجَرُ يَا مُسْلِمْ هَذَا يَهُودِيٌّ وَرَائِي فَتَعَالَ فَاقْتُلْ. And then the Holy Land is liberated, and Islam will now rule the world from Jerusalem. Good. Now then, what do we do in the meantime? Do we sit down and wait for the Imam al-Mahdi? No. Because jihad is already in force. We don't need any fatwa. The jihad is already in force in the Holy Land. And we already know that 2 out of every 3 who fight in that jihad will be killed. 2 out of every 3 will enter into heaven. That's the better way to say it. So those who live for Allah, bushra lahum, because they will die for Allah. Don't let any government change your mind. What do we do in the meantime? How do we survive in the new world of money? If we had it under the pillow, it's gone, now it's wallpaper. If we had it in the bank and we use it in a manner pleasing to Allah, they're seizing all the accounts, freezing it. What are we going to do? We won't even have money to buy chicken and chips. The answer is simple. Anytime you commit sin, the sin of abandoning the Quran, which we have done, the sin of abandoning the sunnah which we have done. We recognize that tonight. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knocks on the door of our heart and He says, Tubu ilallah. Tubu ilallahi tawbatan nasuha. Turn to Allah. Turn away from the sin. And when you turn with sincerity. Turn with integrity. Don't turn watching behind your back. I'm turning away from it. To turn away from sin is to turn away, to turn towards the Quran and Sunnah. If you have a better answer, let me know. If you're uncomfortable with this, you need not have come tonight. You could have stayed home. You wasted your time. To turn away from this sin, we have to recover the Sunnah. Yeah? We have to recover the Sunnah which we abandoned. The Sunnah money which we abandoned. Tawbah. We seek forgiveness, O Allah, for what we did. And we're going to recover this Sunnah. Whoever is uncomfortable with that, you need not have come tonight. You wasted your time. You can stay home, go listen to some other Maulana. But for those in whose hearts there is now pain and sadness, that we have betrayed the Quran and we have betrayed the Sunnah, and we want to make amends, we must recover the Sunnah money. Question, can we recover Sunnah money while having control over territory, so as government we can reintroduce this Sunnah money? Can we do it? My answer is, you need not accept it. My answer is, it is impossible to take control of territory anywhere on the face of the earth today in the name of Islam and restore the Sunnah money as the official money of that market. Impossible. Why do I say it's impossible? Because I have interpreted the Quran and Hadith to the understanding that those who today control the world are the world power of Gog and Magog. You differ with me? Fine. Go ahead. Wage a revolutionary struggle, and I will admire you while you're doing that. Take control of a territory, and when you have the control of a territory, then you bring back the Sunnah money. All right? Now then, if you agree with me that it is not possible to restore the Sunnah money at the level of state and government, is there any alternative? The answer is the macro option is not available, the micro option is available. And that is the Muslim